Hello, my name is Mrs. Kline, and I'm going to be reading the book Bee by Karen Hartley and Chris Macro. Contents. What are bees? How big are bees? Where do bees live? How are bees born? What do bees eat? Which animals attack bees? How do honeybees move? How long do bees live? What do honeybees do? How are bees special? Thinking about bees. Bug map, glossary, index, and more books to read. As we read this book, we're going to find out many of the answers to these questions. What are bees? Bees are furry insects. They have 6 legs and 2 pairs of wings. They flap their wings so quickly, they make a buzzing sound. Wing, legs. There are different types of bees. Mother bees are called queens. Male bees are called drones. There are also worker bees. They all have different jobs to do. Bees have hairs on their bodies. The hairs give the bees their brown and yellow stripes. Bees have 2 large eyes. They can see up, down, backward, and forward at the same time. They also have 3 small eyes. They have 2 feelers for touching and smelling. Eye feelers. I would like for you to pause the video and tell someone 3 details you learned about bees. Great. I learned that there's different kinds of bees. The mother bees are called queens and the male bees are called drones. And there's even a bee called a worker bee. How big are bees? Bumblebees are about the size of a grape. Honeybees are about the size of a peanut. Queen bees are the biggest bees. Workers are the smallest in the nest. There's only 1 queen in each nest. Queen bee. Where do bees live? Bumblebees live together. They live in a nest that sits in long grass or underground. Honeybees live together in a nest in a hollow tree or log. Sometimes people keep honeybees in a wooden hive. Pause the video and tell someone 3 details you learned about where bees live. Great. I learned that they can live in a nest that sits in long grass. They can also live in a nest in a hollow of a tree. And sometimes people even make the honeybee a wooden hive. How are bees born? In the spring, the queen bee mates with the male bee called a drone. She then lays her eggs in the special places called cells. Cells are inside the nest. After 3 days, the babies hatch out. They are called larvae. The larvae are small and white. They have no eyes, no legs, and no wings. Larvae. Soon the larvae turn into young bees called pupa. They begin to turn into adult bees. After 2 weeks, the new bees push the tops of the cells off and crawl out. Pupa. The young bees' bodies are very soft. They soon get harder. Most of the new bees are worker bees. What do bees eat? Bees eat the pollen from flowers. They bring juice called nectar from the flowers to the nest. They make it into honey, which they eat. Pollen, tongue. When larvae are in the cells, they need to eat to grow. Worker bees feed them honey and pollen. I'd like for you to pause the video and tell someone what bees eat. Great. I learned that bees eat pollen and they get it from the flowers, and the worker bees feed them honey. Which animals attack bees? Some birds eat bees. Queen and worker bees will sting if they are angry or frightened. Their stripes warn other animals to stay away. Some worker bees guide the entrance of the nest. They fight bees from other nests if they come to steal the honey. How do honeybees move? Bees have strong wings. They can fly a long way to look for food. When it is hot, they fan their wings to keep the nest cool. When bees land on flowers, they crawl inside it to suck up the nectar. They also collect pollen. Their feelers help them smell and taste. Okay, pause the video and tell someone how honeybees move. Great. I learned that they fly because of their wings, and they also crawl inside to get nectar. How long do bees live? Queen bees live up to 6 or 7 years. Most of the bees stay in their nest through the winter. The worker bees will die during the next summer. Worker bees push the male drones out of the nest in the fall and keep them from coming back in. The drones die because they have no food to eat. What do honeybees do? When there are too many bees in the nest, the queen takes a big group called a swarm to find a new nest. Another bee becomes the queen in the old nest. Gardeners like worker bees because they take pollen from flowers to flower. This makes new seeds, so new flowers grow. Many people also like to eat the honey that the bees make. How are bees special? Bees have long hairs on their back legs that work like baskets. They put pollen from flowers into the baskets. Their legs look like yellow balloons. Bees do a special dance to show other bees where there are lots of flowers. Okay, pause the video and tell someone how bees are special. Great. I learned that they're special because they have hair on their back of their legs and that are like a basket, and they can collect pollen and put that in their baskets, and soon their legs look like yellow balloons. Thinking about bees. Why are bees so busy? What jobs do worker bees do? Would you like to be a male drone? This person is collecting honey from the beehive. Why do you think beekeepers wear gloves and a veil? Why do they puff smoke at the bees? Bug map. Feelers, head, wings, body, large eyes, small eyes, legs. Thank you for joining me for the book Bee.